Cyrus the Great, or Cyrus II, was known as the creator of the Achaemenid Empire, a dynasty that originated in 559 BCE. Cyrus's name in Persian is Kuros, while his Hebrew name is Kores. He was born in 590/580 BCE in Anshan, Iran, and died in 530 BCE. He is also the fourth ruler of Anshan. He contributed to many different accomplishments in society. He was the fourth ruler of Anshan. He was the founding figure of the Achaemenid Empire, and he was able to gain different territories. Those territories included Babylon, Media, and Lydia. Although Cyrus was known for his many achievements later on, it is ironic to say that not a lot know about his past. Many authors such as Herodotus, Ctesias, and Xenophon tell his early life story in various ways. However, all of these stories about his family contradict one another. One story tells that his father Cambius, who ruled from 580 to 559 BCE, and his mother Mandan, who was related towards Median king Astyages, were his actual parents. Another believes that his father was actually Aristides and his mother was Ergoste. However, according to towards the Cyrus cylinder and Behistun inscription, Cyrus's father was Cambius. Now, all of these stories are very complicated, but all of the authors Herodotus, Ctesias, and Xenophon agreed that Cyrus was in fact relation towards Astyages. But the true origin of Cyrus remains a mystery because even now scholars are unsure if this argument between these Greek authors was real or if it was just a rumor spread around. There are three accomplishments that Cyrus contributed to his life: his conquest for Ecbatana, Lydia, and Babylon. These three different periods of his chapters showed the pivotal of his success and what monuments were created for him afterwards. The first conquest was Ecbatana. According to the Nabonidus cylinder of Sippar, Cyrus won against the Median king Astyages in 553, then later captured Astyages to bring him back to his home. However, another historical piece, the Nabonidus Chronicle, says that it was instead of Astyages getting a hold of Cyrus, his army betrayed him and helped him bring him to Cyrus. It also states that instead of 553 BCE, it was actually 550. The timeline is as confusing as his early life. To the clear point must be stated that Cyrus led the revolution in 553 BCE. Astyages tried to go against Cyrus in 550 BCE, and then the Median army revolted against him. While Cyrus was taking a hold of Astyages, he had a peer named Harpagus that encouraged him to do so. He found other people who believed that Astyages' rule was wrong, so that when Astyages wanted Harpagus to leave his army against Cyrus without knowing that Harpagus was actually against him, the full rebellion had happened. Cyrus ended up sparking Astyages' life and then married his daughter, Amytis, to later become known as successor of Astyages and the king of the Medes. His second conquest was of Lydia, around 550 BCE and 539 BCE, and the Nabonidus Chronicle said that Cyrus then led his army to the west of Tigris in 547 BCE to go over to Lydia. Croesus, king of Lydia, started a war with Cyrus when he crossed the Halys River and stripped different parts of Bactria, which held dear to Median people. Croesus, who was related towards Astyages, met up, and together they fought with Cyrus to end him once and for all. However, Cyrus did not fear them, and becomes unclear in which of Cyrus did actually end Croesus. Harpagus was able to capture the different cities surrounding Lydia, such as Lycia, Cilicia, and Phoenicia, which then expanded this horizon of Cyrus's territories. His last conquest was of Babylon. The last conquest of Cyrus was in 539 BCE, in which Cyrus destroyed the Babylonians' king Nabonidus, which means he eventually fled. Cyrus was such an impactful figure throughout Babylon that he led the Nabonidus army and his people to revolt against him. He then became known as the new king of Babylon and conquered parts of Mesopotamia. Another important artifact that marked Cyrus's rule was the Cyrus cylinder. Cyrus the Great was very well respected in different regions of the Middle East. The Babylonians referred to him as the liberator to show that his admiration to various religions, while Jewish people believed that he was honorable in a lot of his actions, such as freeing his previous slaves. This cylinder represents all the actions that Cyrus did to be known as the Great. This cylinder is also very important because it is known as the oldest charter of human rights. The most interesting part about history is how it has been able to shape into what we know as the Middle East today. By understanding the different rulers, kings, and queens that existed around the Middle East, it gives us more knowledge/context of what has happened in the past. It helps us grasp a better insight of how rulers exist as what they are and how one simple ruler can grasp the respect of thousands of people. Cyrus the Great was named that not due to just how much territory that he had gained, but the strong leadership that influenced everyone around him.